What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Pugilism, aka MKO Boxing, where we, of course, talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and give me a follow on TikTok also. So let's get into this. So, a bit of interesting news that I heard earlier today, this afternoon, is that Ben Shalom and his boxer stable, are now going to be collaborating with, drumroll, Dazn, where everyone else is, where Frank Warren is, Eddie Hearn is, and from what the post says, which I'll post on the feed, basically it's going to be a collaboration where there's going to be on this Saturday where you've got the card headlined by Francesca Hennessy, Mick Hennessy's daughter. So it's going to be on both platforms. So it's going to be on BBC Two, and it's also going to simultaneously be broadcasting on the zone. So it's going to be a dual broadcast, and apparently that's what's going to be happening going forward with their other cards. Now, it's one of these where, from my understanding, with BBC, they only had 4 fights per year, and I think they've already had two fight cards. So they've not, this is going to be, I think, either the second or the third. I think this is going to be the third BBC card. So yeah, it's an interesting one, and some have even said that why didn't they go to the zone in the first place? I think that was on G-Man Boxing. He said that why didn't they just go to the zone in the first place rather than BBC if this is what they're going to end up doing, because it's a strange deal that they had. And I think with the BBC deal, in my opinion, that was never really going to work properly because 4 shows is such a small amount that you're not going to be able to showcase your whole stable. It's not enough. I mean, I think the only way that could work is if you had those 4 shows and you made those 4 shows count. You basically had a couple of superstars in your stable where you could sort of showcase them on one of those 4 shows and make it into a really big, massive event on the BBC and get eyes on it. But I think in Ben Shalom's stable, he doesn't really have any superstar names. He had guys like Ben Whitaker who have now left him for Matchroom, and he's got Adam Azim who he's got potential to possibly be a star, but as yet is yet to sort of get there to that position, to that superstardom. So Shalom hasn't really got anybody in his stable that would sort of merit superstar status at the moment. That's at least how it is. But I'm happy that at least now with the zone, hopefully, they'll be able to get more dates because he's got a stable that's a lot of them are at prospect stage and that they're kind of beginnings of their careers. They're trying to sort of break through, and what they need, of course, is activity. They need dates and they need activity, and I'm hoping that the zone will be able to provide it for them because it's kind of this is kind of the, in my opinion at least, this is kind of the lifeline that they needed, given that the BBC dates of just 4 per year were never going to be enough. And he was even talking about pay-per-view, which to me would be a bit ridiculous because there's no one in that stable apart from Chris Eubank Jr., who's kind of his own man, but he's working as a partner with Ben Shalom. But apart from Chris Eubank Jr., who most people think should retire, there's no one on there that's really gonna, no pay-per-view worthy guys or girls on there. So, yeah, overall, good news for Ben Shalom and Boxer, because hopefully this will now mean, it should mean, that he's going to get a lot more dates and he's going to be able to get his fighters out a lot more often. Because I think if without the dates, nothing's going to happen there. So, yeah, congrats to Ben Shalom on that. And yeah, hopefully this leads to more dates and more success for his stable and more, exposure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And until next time, it's MKO Boxing over and out. Yes,
Subscribe.
yes, subscribe. Oh my God.